Hey there, what's up? Welcome back to Road to Data Engineer. This is going to be episode 13. Last episode, we kind of left off um, being pretty close to having like a working first version of the pre 2012 results scraper for the older style IBJJF results pages. I actually got a little chance to work on the scraper a little bit more, but I couldn't record. So we pretty much have a working version now, and you can see I pushed my first commit, like real legit commit to my GitLab. GitHub. So we got the tournament results web scraper for scraping the URLs, and then we have the pre 2012 scraper with all of our code here, and then nothing yet in the post scraper file, but we're looking good. So I'm only got about 45-50 minutes before I need to go to the gym, but I think what we're going to do in this episode is we're going to start working on linking this pre 2012 results web scraper to the file that scrapes the URLs and testing, scraping just like a couple. Let me go over the changes that I made real quick since the last episode. I don't remember exactly where we left off, but general idea. Basically, what's changed is like some of the strings had white spaces, so I had to go ahead and in our loop that loops through our list and arrays, building like our one row of data at a time, I added the strip string method to deal with that. And then here, instead of storing the row in a list object, I'm now storing it in a data frame. So I'm declaring my empty data frame at the top with our column names. And then in the loop itself, you can see here, I'm saying, get me the data frame, put me on the row that is the length of the data frame. And since Python is a zero index language, this is actually one space after the last row of the data frame and add the new row list to it. So that's what that looks like. And then here I'm just filtering the data frame to anywhere the belt category is black or brown black. In the older years or the earlier years, females did not just have a strictly black belt division. They had a brown black belt division where they were combining belts. So that's why we have this here. So we can get the female divisions too in case we want to do some analysis on them. Not sure yet. Maybe we'll take that out later, but at least for now we're keeping that. And then here I was just checking a couple things. So just to see what that kind of looks like, we're going to go ahead and run this. And we're printing the head and the tail of the data frame and see, here you go. Adult black belt male rooster, placing 1, 2, 3, Bruno Malfacine, Kyotera, the go, or one of the goats. Yusuke Honma, right? Bunch of different people. And then at the end here, the tail of the data frame, we have adult brown black female, heavy class, third place Lana Stefanik, open class first place Gabriel Lemos Garcia, etc., etc. So the data frame is looking good overall. We have 300 rows. Let's actually just go ahead and print the whole data frame and kind of see what that looks like. Just to get a visual on it. My Swedish keyboard's still on. Oh, here we go, here we go. Let's try one more time. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so it's 68 rows, 7 columns. I might need to reset the index actually. Let's print the length. Okay, yes, so we do need to reset the index. Df dot, I think it's set index. Let's look at the pandas documentation. Data frame. Get. Man, I really wish this was set index. Here we should be using the search bar. Set index. Index when using existing columns. This parameter can either be a single column key, a single array. In place. Let's just search index. Reset index, maybe? Set/reset index. Set an index. Dataset.indexC. Index AB. Drop the index column. Reset. Okay, here we go. Reset the index, which transfers the index values in the data frame's columns and sets a simple integer. This is inverse operation of set index. So I think we need to do reset index. Print df. Oh, need to actually spell reset index correctly, don't I? There we go. Index takes an optional parameter drop equals true. Okay. There we go. Nice. That's what we want. Okay, okay. It's looking really, really good. Data frame. I kind of want to see more head. What if I do like print head df dot head, 30. Yeah, there we go. But I think the length was like 68 or something like that. Let's just print the whole table because that's really what I want to see. Oh, well, that doesn't work apparently. Maybe 40. Trying to get the whole table printed. 67 rows. I want to see a lot of the data. I wish it would just show me the whole data frame. And there we go. There's our open class results. Nice. This is money. Just make sure everything kind of looks good. Super heavy, heavy, medium heavy, light, middle, Brewster. Okay, so this is looking good. I don't actually think I really need to reset the index here. So I really want to call this file in my tournament results scraper. So let's go to here. Okay. So let's just get a quick review here. Equals 0 if I equals 10, break. Nice. Okay. Print. I want to kind of see the whole tag. Oh, okay, maybe I actually do want to loop through the whole thing so I can get a clean list. And see, because I'm kind of thinking here, we pretty much want, let's actually get a length as well. Print length results URLs. How many URLs is this? 134? Yeah, okay. So when I look at this, it's pretty much like the newer web pages end in public results, and the older web pages end in championship. End with championship. Okay. So let's kind of think through this. IBJJF has two web page layouts. Around the year 2012, the HTML format / layout changed. in the URLs for the results pages, this is reflected. The older format web pages always URLs always end in the following format: year, tournament, and name, IBJJF, championship. The newer web pages URLs always end with /public results. So loop through URLs in results URLs list. If the URL ends with public results, use the web scraping file set up for the new HTML format /layout. Else, use the web scraping file set up for the old HTML format /layout, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do a little testing. We're going to open a REPL because I need to figure out how to split the string properly. Print URL. Okay. So gonna need a string method here. String split. Or maybe rstrip. Maybe not. There's rsplit and split. If no max is specified, the method will return the same as the split method. Maximum number of splits. Separator. Specifies the separator used when splitting the string. By default, any white space is a separator. Specifies how many splits to do. Default value is 1 with maximum of 2 items. Let's try that. Print URL dot r split backslash oh okay maximum split of 1. A list with 2 elements. Oh. Here we go. Boom. That's perfect. So if I do r split 1, it always splits into 2 elements. And then the second element is always going to be the public results or IBJJF championship or whatever. So we're going to do r split slash dot 1. Now let's try another URL. One with this older format. And make sure it works here too. Print URL.r split / maximum of 1. Money. There we go. So okay. So I don't actually think I need that because I'm really going to do this all through my web scraping file itself, and I'm going to make it into a function and call it for URL in results split. Oh, I think I should be able to use. I could use list comprehension to only get one object here, but I don't think that really does anything. Can I do this? I'm actually not sure. Print URL1. And exit the Python REPL first. There we go. Awesome. Oh, print length. Let's run one more time. Yes. Okay, awesome. Everything is looking very clean. So I want to say if URL1 equals public results run web scraper set up for new format. Else, if run web scraper in old format. Set up for old format. Why is this saying something's messed up? What? Am I crazy? What's wrong with my else statement? My if else statement? Oh, it's an else if, so it just needs to be an else because I'm not doing any comparison. What? Print test. Is it just because it's expecting a value? Oh, maybe I need to do a break. Shorthand if else. Pass. Oh, I probably just need a pass statement. Okay. Else we're gonna print okay. So if this works, we should print all the URLs that have a tournament here. Oh. Print URL 1. Oh, I'm actually going to need to I'm going to need the normal URL value to feed into the function. Check URL. Nice, perfect. Okay, so now I want to say, now I need to figure out how to run the web scraper setup with the old format. So I want to write a function that essentially calls this and returns my data frame. So let's just play around with functions for a little bit. We're going to open a test file, or actually I have one open in Spider already. So let's go in there. Okay. So we're going to say define test function arguments print test, right? And then we're going to call the function. Yep, so that kind of makes sense. So building my function. Define legacy web scraper. Do something. Return nothing. Okay. Let's say I want to define a data frame, because really I want to return this data frame here. So I need to understand how returning that data frame is going to work. So let's do this. PD equals, or df equals data frame. Columns are going to equal fname, name, age, belt. And let's how do I define a data frame with values in it? Let's look here. Column. Okay, that makes sense. So really it would be like name, grant, age, adult, and then belt, purple, right? Invalid syntax. Oh, I need to have columns. That kind of makes sense. Very similar to R. Maybe data equals invalid syntax. Where's my syntax going wrong? I need to define it as a dictionary, maybe? I think. Yep, okay, there we go. Print test function. Return df. How did I append? Let's just test appending. We're going to use a little code here. You need to pass in a data frame. And I'm going to say the new row object is going to be, we're just going to make up some values. Jake, adult, blue, well, and then we're going to return the df. So we're going to do df2, and we're going to pass in the original df. And let's see if that kind of worked. Okay, what happens if I don't set it to a variable? Let's clear my variables and do this again. Name. Okay, so that's going to work. So I'm going to return the df. So it's going to basically be like feed in URL, scrape the URL, return the data frame at the end. I'm pretty sure that's it. Now this is the only part that I'm not clear on. You know, I was watching a pretty cool YouTube tutorial the other day on Python project structure. So let's see if I can pull that up real quick. Project structure. Here we go. This is the one.
Hi everyone, I hope all of you are doing well, and in this video I'm going to talk about how you should organize your if statements and your for loops. If I clean the screen here, maybe you could add some sentence UI as well inside this folder. Okay, so now we change it throughout the execution
Def run, calculate.
of the uppercase letters way. Okay, so I know that we did not create anything about calculator name equals to dunder main like that. And that will be double equal sign. Okay, so if you never saw me, I wrapped the call of this function, could be fine. Okay, so call of this function within this conditional. Okay, so
Import libraries and .py and web scraper files. Import pre-2012 web scraper as old scraper. As old scraper, as O scraper. Yep.
now we could go that are going with a function that writing some algorithms for stuff be actually equal to zero. True, because number like 53 that I already know that this is a prime number. Check. And the run.py and the helpers.py are in the same directory, so it is very okay to go with this approach. Okay, so now as you can see, we still got this.
Interesting. So I'm importing the file. And then I think here, defining file as function to call in main tournament results web scraper file. So we're going to say define legacy scrape return df requires URL Okay. So I think that makes sense. Do all my stuff. Else run the function or else do OS scraper legacy scrape URL. Now, does this make sense? Open the URL. I'm gonna get the df, print df, print df.head. I think that makes sense. And then I want to set a break statement here. We're just going to say I equals 0. You know, if I equals 2, break I plus equals 1. I don't want to scrape all of them just yet. We're going to say print scraping URL Okay, let's see if this works. I don't know if it is going to, hopefully. Scraping URL. None type object. Has no attribute strip. Interesting. What's going on there? What's going on there? Interesting. Let's just try calling our scraping function with the URL we already know works, which would be this one, and just see, is this related to the specific URL we're passing or something about the way we are linking the files. OS scraper legacy scrape URL. print df.head. Okay, so the function works fine. Oh no, this might be bad, boys. Because it might be an issue with the individual page. This might be bad. This might be really bad. Let's just go to the 1996 webpage real quick. And let's just like take a little peeky poo at the HTML. Because this might be bad. Body. Container. Row. Athlete results. That looks a little bit not good, you know? Column SM12 athletes. Yeah. Okay. Category MT MB3 whatever. Yeah. Calling SM12. So the headers make sense. So does that. Okay. Okay. Well, let's try again with this specific page and see. New row dot append result dot stripped. Strip. Object has no attribute. Strip. Interesting. Let's try 2000. Let's just try a couple different ones and see what happens. Okay, I mean, it worked for 2000. That's a good sign. Maybe this is something weird to do with 96. Let's try 98. I mean, okay, that gives me some relief. So there's definitely something going on with these older web pages. Um, okay, so we need to start debugging. How the fuck do I debug in Visual Studio? Debugging Python in VS Code. Okay. Let's see what's cooking.
Now let me add a very simple Python script here, which have two numbers, and I'm just comparing them using if statement. So once you have your script, you have multiple options to run your script. So you can right click on the same editor in which you are writing your code, and then you can see you have this option to run a Python file in the terminal. You also have the run current file in the interactive window. So you have all these options here. Also, you have this run button, which is going to run your Python file. Or if you are a fan of command prompt or terminal, then you can directly type your command, for example, Python, and then the name of the file, which is going to run your Python script in this terminal. So let's say I'm going to choose this option to run my Python script. I'm going to press this button. You can see my Python script is executed, and the result is here, right? So it's going to this terminal because it's going to show you Python script using these red dots, right? So you can just hover over the line on which you want to set the breakpoint, and then just click there, and you will see this kind of red dot here. That means the breakpoint is set on the third line. Now on the left hand side, you have this debug and run icon here. So you can click on debug and run. And here at the bottom, you will be able to see all breakpoints you have set. So right now I only have one breakpoint. I can set multiple breakpoints here, and I will be able to see the list of all the breakpoints here. From here, I can disable all the breakpoints by just clicking on this icon, which means all the breakpoints are there, but they are disabled, right? If I want to remove all the breakpoints, I can click on the remove all breakpoints icon here, and it's going to remove all the breakpoints. So let me add the breakpoint once again. Now, for the first time when you are debugging your Python script, when you click on the debug icon here, you will see this run and debug button here. And also you will see this option which says to customize run and debug, you can create a launch.json file. So here you will be able to customize the options you can give in the launch.json. Able to see that my debugger is running, and my program execution will stop at the breakpoint here. So you can see my execution is stopped at the breakpoint.
That makes sense.
I can see all the debugging related options here. So when I click on this continue button, my program will run normally. I can just step over, I can step into a function, I can come out of the function, and I can rerun my debugger using this option, and I can stop this debugger using this icon here, right? When you see this pink kind of bar here, that means your debugger is running, right?
Yeah.
If you stop it, you will see that this pink bar is gone, right? So this is kind of a trick to observe when your debugger is running or not, right? So let me rerun it once again. You can see the debugger is running, program execution is stopped at this breakpoint. I will be able to see the list of all the local variables on the left hand side. I can watch some variables. Let's say I want to watch a variable B. I can just type B and then press enter, and it's going to give me the value of the variable which I want to watch here. I can also see the globals here, so you can see all the global variable values are here. And I can just step over, right? So I can just go to the next execution point and see what's happening in my script. So this is how you can debug your script. Let me just run the debugger. I can once again go to my folder explorer. Now once you have added the Python extension, you will be able to see that the Python IntelliSense is also there. So when you type some letters of one parenthesis, it's going to complete that. I can print the value of, let's say, B, right? So all the IntelliSense options are available for me once I have installed my Python extension. I can just save my script by just pressing Control S, which is going to save my script. So let's say you are an advanced user and you want to use a Python virtual env in your project, right? So normally, let's say whenever you want to install a Python pip package, you can do it directly. But if you want to create a virtual env for your project, you can also do it easily in Visual Studio Code. So let me create a new test file. Let me name it as test2.py. And here in my test2.py, I have this very simple Python script which uses a package called bcrypt, right? Right now, you can see this yellow squiggly line here which says import bcrypt could not be resolved because we haven't installed this package using pip on our project. So let me just close all these terminals.
Okay, let's. This guy's like talking a lot. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so we have our variables. So no error yet, which kind of makes sense, right? Checklist, special variables, whatever. Okay. Continue. Whoa. Restart. Okay. Step over. Step out. Step into. Okay. I want to add some watch variables. X, right? I want to say results split, not defined, new row, new header, the header itself, the the individual, need to respell that. Care about that. I want to watch the df as well. Okay. So we're going to debug. Okay. While length of headers, call stack, df, empty data frame, result split. Alex Torres, none. Interesting. Okay, I see what's cooking here. Okay. What year was this? 96? Right? Of course they don't have an academy name. Of course they don't, because in 96, people were rogue and stuff. So of course there's no academy name. Okay. So like, I almost need to say, if anybody doesn't have an academy name. Okay, this is like no big deal. This is easy. This is no big deal, man. No big deal. New row. Header, yep. Adult. Sure. We're looping through. And we got our new row. Now we're saying let's split. No problem. Got a pin. We're going to strip of white space. One at a time. Yeah, no problem there. Money. Okay, the second one, when we get to this none variable, now it's going to be an issue. Right? We're looping through, getting our category again. We're saying like, here is the error right here, because it's going to say we can't, or no, what's the result right now? I need to add the result, the result. Yeah, 2. Okay. It's going to say like, what are you talking about, guy? You can't, do that. Yep. And then here it says we can't strip a none. Of course we can't. Okay, guys, no problem. This is going to be no problem. We can't strip a none string. So let's go back. Mm. So this is really where I want to set. I want to set a breakpoint here. And then I want to run and debug. Mm-hmm. What? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's running, it's running. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, here we go, here we go. You need to hurry up because I need to go to the gym like really soon. Div. Mm-hmm. William Kuto. Uh-huh. Alex Torres. Oh. Hmm. We missed something there. Okay, well, we're going to figure out when you get back from the gym. No problem. We're going to get this sorted out. For anybody who's watching, thanks so much. Appreciate you. I'll catch you probably later this evening to resolve this issue.